Good day, good day. My name once again is Olusegun Adewale Tobola. I want to thank you for watching this channel, most especially this video. I want to share something very important and crucial to my viewers, wherever you are hearing me from, about real estate, purchasing of land and building properties, building houses. I want to share something very important. If you don't want to lose your house, if you don't want to lose your property, if you don't want to have dispute, when you go to Nigerian courts today, you see a lot of civil cases on land issues. And you see, such cases can stay for a long time in court. When I did a particular case on land, it took 4 years plus, 4.5 years before the case was over. And some can take 10 years, some land cases can even take 15 years. Why? Because a lot of things will come to play. Civil cases, most especially land cases, they take time before decision is made. They take time. If it is criminal cases, that one does not take time. For land case, it takes time. The only thing that will make land case not to take time is if the people that are having issues decide to settle out of court along the way. But if you want the court to decide, it's going to take a lot of time. And while the case is pending in the court, you cannot build. You can't continue your building. You cannot continue your building. Restriction is placed on that land. You can't build anything. You can't build anything. So, if you don't want delay, if you don't want trouble when it comes to landed property, building, for example, please, I want you to listen to what I am going to say in this video. Listen, and you can help yourself. Nobody is a bag of knowledge. Nobody knows it all. We learn from one another. I have been able to carry out about 4 landed properties. I've been able to build on 4 lands. I've undertaken projects in 4 on 4 properties. When I say that, I mean different occasions. And may I let you know that each time I had cases. The first land I got, there was an issue. Then the second time I got a land, there was an issue. Third time also, there was an issue. For that of the third one, we were in court. Other ones, police issue. Other one, the first one was man-to-man issues that people have to settle. Elderly people had to settle me and my opponent. Then the second time I got land, in fact, I was almost locked up. Why? Because the land was government allocation. On the allocated paper, the government stated that you are to build on the land within few period of time. And I myself, I had money, so I don't want to divert the money, so I decided to undertake the project. But there was a farm corn farm on the land. So, and I asked the local government officials that sold the land to me that, what about this? He said that it belongs to a woman. I can settle with the woman, give her something. So I called the woman and I said, yes, you own this corn? She said, yes, but I'm going to start building. I can't wait for this corn. It will take about 2 months. I can't wait for that. So I'm going to settle you. How much should I pay you? I decided to give her something reasonable. And she agreed. But still, there was another man that was claiming that land. The government allocated the land to the man, but the man could not pay the government, could not pay the local government that was allocating the land. So they decided to allocate it to me. So when they allocated it on the back, when I saw the name, I said, what about this? He said, I should forget about it, that the land is reallocated. So now, this man, I settled with the woman, but this man that the government allocated the land to before went and took police to come and meet me while I was building on the land, that the land that I uprooted this, I destroyed his farm. He was not claiming land because he knew that he couldn't pay the government and they have reallocated something. But he was now said that he wanted to charge me for mischief, that I destroyed his farm. I said, the farm is not your farm. I saw the woman that owns the farm and I've settled with the woman. What saved me that day was that I had to send somebody to call the woman. And the woman, elderly woman, came to the police station to testify that yes, I'm the owner of the farm and they are settled with me. Then, before they let me go, and they began to say, what's your problem? So the farm is not even your farm. But if not, I would have been locked up. The third land that I purchased and built on, that one was the worst. That's the one I was in court for almost 5 years and did 4 cases on the land, spent about ~1 million. And that's why I'm warning somebody. I'm going to give my advice very soon, but I want to eh, give this background. Eh? You may use 500,000 naira to purchase a plot of land, but when it becomes case, you may spend 2 million naira on case. 2 million naira in the court, on lawyer, and in the case you will spend. So that land I bought the land for 500,000 naira, but I spent about ~1 million in court, and the property was suspended. I couldn't develop it until the case finished. 4.5 years. Of course, I won the case, but look at the delay. Because somebody that will come and fight you may not even have proof, or the proof may not be tangible. But the person will succeed in delaying your progress. The person will succeed in delay your progress. Some people that go to court, that's even what they really want to do. They know that they may not win, but they want to delay you. And that is why what I want to share is very, very important. Very, very important. Yes, you have money, wonderful. You want to buy land, wonderful. But you need to be very, very careful and know what to do and what not to do when you want to buy land, in order to avoid court cases. In order to avoid court cases. The fourth property that I bought, the same thing. That one I had issues with all my neighbors because of the dimension of the land. Because that one is a 3-bedroom property that I bought. Building was already on it. Because of the dimension of the land, the shape of the plot of land, I have 5 neighbors round about the property, 5 neighbors. And all the 5 neighbors had issues with me. The issues I'm talking about is boundary issues, boundary, encroachment, and somebody will fight for even 1 foot. 1 foot. Somebody can ask you to shift your building after you have built it. How are you going to shift your building? That's demolition. That's demolition. And how many houses have been demolished because of not taking precautions? Because of not taking precautions. So you want to build, you want to purchase property, take note of my advice. Now let me go straight to the point. Please, I want to beg of you to subscribe to this channel, Olusegun Adewale Tobola TV on YouTube. Please subscribe, share this video, and also make comments, like, subscribe, so that next time I am making a video, it will come to you straight. Subscribe. All right. Now back to what I'm talking about: how to avoid fracas issues when it comes to landed property. Whenever you want to buy land, I want to advise you to buy through a lawyer. Buy through a lawyer. Lawyers know what to do to secure problem-free property. So that is the best advice. It's going to cost you, but if you don't do what you're supposed to do and you enter into cases, you are going to spend times 2 of what you are trying to dodge to pay to lawyer. You may spend times 10. In fact, you may lose the property, because when case get to court, it's not about it's not about it's not about who is right or who is wrong. Somebody may be right, and somebody may be the rightful owner of the property and still lose the property because of technicalities, eh? Because inability to defend your case. If you cannot defend your case and prove genuinely, there are technicalities that can make you not to win the case that you're supposed to win, because it now a lot of things will come to play. You have to look for a good lawyer. You have to look for witnesses, and your witness must know what they are saying. If your witnesses decide to be hostile, maybe you have offended the person you buy, and they go to the court and begin to say speak against you. So there are a lot of things that can make you not to be able to defend your case, and in the process you may lose the case. So the best thing is not to give room for case. Do things that will make you not to be vulnerable. Now, I said that look for the service of a lawyer. It's not going to be for free. Yes, it's going to save you a lot of stress, a lot of heartache, a lot of time, and a lot of money at the end of the day. So look for a lawyer. Lawyer knows what to do. They know it's their work. They know what to do, because there are research that should be done, investigation that should be done on the property, whether it is a plain land or whether it is a building. There are investigations that you need to do. So lawyers know how to go about it. They will investigate the land, and do proper documentation that will make you to be on the safer side. And most land that go through lawyer when during purchasing, such land don't attract cases. Land that attract cases are the lands that individual bought by himself. You see, people that make trouble, they know the kind of trouble they make. If your neighbor knows that when you wanted to buy the land, you came with lawyer and lawyer introduced himself to you. Are you the neighbor here? Where is the boundary here? And lawyer ascertain all those things, right? That neighbor will not come up tomorrow and begin to claim something. Because he knows that the lawyer is involved. He knows lawyer is involved. And most people don't want lawyers' problem. He knows that lawyer is involved. So, but most time that they come up is when they know that there was no any lawyer involved. So they can say, no, I didn't say that. I said that. So they can say that. So that's to be on the safest side. Buy through a lawyer. Buy through a lawyer. Pay the money. And buy through a lawyer. It's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. I don't say that land bought through a lawyer does not attract a case, but they are not. It's not like the one. The tendency is very, very low. Very, very low. The ones that attract cases are the ones that you buy by yourself. The one you bought by yourself, those are the ones that attract cases. Or man of cases. Man of cases. So buy through a lawyer. Buy through a lawyer. That's my first advice for you to buy a problem-free land. And let me tell you that lands in cities are full of problems. Why? Because they are competitive. Everybody wants the land. So lands in cities are always troublesome land. So when you know that even land in villages they attract disputes. How much more the land in the city where the value is very, very high. The value is in millions and billions. So how is it not going to be very, very problematic? Very problematic. You don't understand? So land, whenever you are buying land in the city, so please be very, very careful and have it at the back of your mind that you are going to face a lot of issues. Have it in your mind that the land is a troublesome land. In quote, it may be, it may not be, but the tendency that it is a troublesome land is very, very high. Very, very high. The tendency that the land is a problematic land is very, very high. Very, very high. Why? Because this is city. This is city. You're buying the city. So you should you should be very careful and take extra caution. So that is why you should engage the service of a lawyer, a barrister. Engage the service of a lawyer. So pay the bills and you will have your peace. All right. Having said that, if in any case, in any wise, you don't want to engage the service of a lawyer, then let me tell you what to do. Which most of the time it may still not work like that of engaging the service of a lawyer. So what you are to do is that before any payment, you are to investigate the land. How do you investigate the land? If the agent or the seller have shown you the property, fine and good. Tell them that you get back to them. Then behind them, go back to that property and begin to investigate the property, the land. Investigating it. How do you do that? Ask the neighbors around the neighbors there. Sir, please, you are a neighbor here. Please, this land, a land that is for sale. Who owns the land? And where is the boundary? In this side, where is the boundary? Maybe the owner of the land has shown you a particular place where the boundary is. The neighbor may tell you that that's not the boundary. You take note because those are the things that will give you headache in future. after you might have paid for the land. This investigation is to be done before you make payment. Then go to the other side, the other neighbor by the left, ask the same questions. Let the neighbor also say something. So go round the neighbor, round about the land, and make findings. Make your findings and take note of irregularities as far as boundaries are concerned. And write it down. Write it down. Write it down. Ask them who is the original owner of the land. What's the name? Ask them, is the house or the land for sale? Ask them. You'll be making. They may tell you that it's not for sale. Oh, this thing, it's not for sale. And they wanted to sell it to you. God may be delivering you. So they will begin to hear new things that will be different from what the agent. Most agents don't know the history of the land and they don't know the land. What they are after is their money. They want you to make payments so that they get their commission and go. So don't follow agents. So most agents don't have the accurate information about property. Many of them are having a lot of properties in their care. So what they are after is money, is their commission. They are not because it takes time to do investigation on property. It takes time. It may take you 1 week or more than. It may take you a month. You may not. You may need to even travel from that location to another location because the right person that can give you the accurate information may not be in the town. May be living in another town, another city, or another village. So you may need to call and you may need to travel because you are saving yourself a headache that's supposed to catch you in the future. And it's worth it. It's worth it. So make findings, do investigations because such are the things that lawyers will be, supposed to we do. Sometimes if you have engaged lawyer, such are the things. Those are the things that lawyers will be doing. Will have done on your behalf. But now you want to do it, then you do it well. Because it is very, very risky for you to see a land, somebody show you a land agent or an address and you made payment. It's very, very risky. Say this is the boundary, this is the even if it is a solid boundary that they built, so it may not be true. It may not be true. So it may not be true. So you have to ascertain it. How do you do that? By the neighbor, the next neighbor, the neighbor having boundary, sharing boundary in that side. Call the neighbor. Find out from the neighbor. Most land have 3 neighbors. One in the left, one by the right, and one at the back, depending on depending on the nature of the land. But I told you that I had a property in Jos City, and the property is having 5 neighbors. Why? Because the land is not square. It is not square. It's not rectangular. It is like this, like this, like this. So the shape of the land is looking somehow. So I have because I still have the property now. I have 5 neighbors on one property. 5 neighbors. So and when I was doing my investigation about the land, I couldn't ascertain. I was assuming that there are just 3 neighbors. I thought the land was so, not knowing that there are 2 other neighbors at the back, at the back of the property. I was still having 2 neighbors that I never knew. I couldn't reach them because the land just their land just joined with that thing, but their houses were far away. The houses were far away, even though the houses linked together. The houses was on their land, but it was in the other end. Why? Because so the only people that I can see around the property were 3 people. So it were 3 people that a normal plot of land supposed to have, because the front is the access road. The front is access road. So left, right, and the back. What am I saying? Do proper investigation on that land. Do proper investigation. Do proper investigation. Do proper investigation. Don't pay in a hurry. Don't pay in a hurry. Any land that they are putting you on your toes. Pay now, pay now. There are many people that I want to, somebody wanted to pay yesterday, another, please, that is a red signal. Eh? Don't rush to pay. Don't rush to pay. Agents want their commission fast, fast. And the people and somebody that want to sell somebody's land that the land does not really belong to. He wants to do that business sharp, fast, fast, and run away. Why must they be rushing you? Why must they? There should be no rush. So don't allow yourself to be pushed or to be rushed into making payment. You may regret. You may regret. And when the money is paid, even even if you take the person to court to get the money back, it's not easy. Many times you can't get the bulk money back. You pay to somebody 5 million naira now. Even if you are at the end of the day, if it turns to be a bad business and you have to take the person to court, can you imagine the money that you are going to use to engage lawyer to take the person to court, and the time and the time and the time it will take? And by the time they are going to is going to pay the money, it is very hard for the person. It's not very common for that person to carry the 1 million, 5 million naira and give you cash. Person may be paying instrumentally. Okay, I'm paying 1 million naira this month. Next month, I will pay another 1 million naira. And by that next month, it may be 500,000 naira I will bring. I will take to tell them, please, it is the money may, before you finish paying you the money, it may take 1 year or 2 years. If it's 1 year, it's even fast. It may take 2 years or 5 years or even 10 years. You may not recover all the money, and think of the money, the cost of the litigation, the cost of going to court, and the stress, eh? and the stress, and the bad name that you create for yourself because it's Nigerian setup, African setup. When you take somebody to court, you have become the person's enemy. Even other neighbors will be insulting you. To call somebody to court. We don't have a litigation mentality. And you take somebody to police station, you have become the enemy of that person, as if you have they will be doing as if you have done abomination. So what am I saying? What I am saying is that you should not pay in a hurry. Don't pay in a hurry. Don't pay in a hurry. Even if you made money in a hurry, don't pay it in a hurry. And most of the time, you don't make money in a hurry. You make the money gradually. So don't pay in a hurry. Beware of any land where they are trying to rush you to pay. Be aware. The land may be scam. The land may be scam. All right. So investigate the land. That is my major point. Investigate. Investigate. Investigate the land. Now, lastly, after you have investigated the land, and this one I want to say last, that is the real issue. That is the real issue. It's very, very important. If you don't do this last one, hey, you have not secured the land. You have not. You have not secured the land. After you have investigated the land, and the land is genuine, and one of the things you should do before making payment, most time I did it after making payment, and it has given me a lot of headache issues. So you don't start enmity with your neighbors. It's not good. Don't allow the person that is trying to say to create enmity for you. This neighbor you'll be living with, if possible, for the rest of your life. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is this: be very, very careful. After you have ascertained after you have ascertained that the land is genuine, property is genuine, before you make payment, tell your buyer, I'm going to dig round about the property. So this is very, very important and very crucial. Dig round about the property. Dig the boundary. Dig round. When you dig round, and you may even lay coaches about of course, because you start laying coaches, you have to pay. But dig round. When you dig round about, and after 2 weeks nobody talk, then make payment. Most of the time when you are digging, you see people coming, say, hey, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? So my point is that dig round. Dig round the foundation of the fence round about the plot of land. Dig round. When you dig round it and nobody shows up, you dig round, nobody shows up. That is when you know that the land is free. The land may not be free. When you start digging round, you start seeing a lot of things happen. So dig round, dig round, dig round. When you dig round and you leave it for 2 weeks, then make payment. Of course, you may pay half. Let it be part of your agreement that, please, I am going to dig around this land before I pay you complete. If the person wants you to pay the person part payment, but before you complete, dig around. When you dig around and no issue, then you make the payment. And after making the payment, raise your fence and put gate. Raise fence and put gate. It may be costly to do, but it's safe. Raise fence and put gate. That is how to secure your land. Any land that is not having fence, that is not having gate, is open land. The land can enter into trouble anytime. Raise fence and put gate. That is how you secure the land. That's how you secure. And paper, make your papers. Do change of ownership and also go and do your RFO, your CFO. Get your title intact. My name once again is Olusegun Adewale Toobola, and this is Olusegun Adewale Toobola YouTube channel. Please subscribe, like, make comments, and share this video. See you another time. Bye bye.